Hello, welcome back. This is Patty Bennett. I am super excited that you are joining me today. We have some really fun cards that we're going to make with the Curvy Celebration. There we go. With the Curvy Celebration bundle. And I am just so thankful that you have joined me. How is everybody doing today? Oh my goodness, what? It's asking me if I want to screencast my live onto a TV. No, I really don't. I've never seen that notification before. So hello. Anyway, this is Patty Bennett. I am so happy that you are joining me today. We're going to make these cards together. Well, one of them. They're all basically kind of the same idea, and I thought you might enjoy seeing them. I did share them with my Love to Stamp group of demonstrators yesterday, and they really seemed to like them. So I thought, okay, I would just love to share them with you as well. So if you're joining me live, you're going to see the little red live button up there on Facebook. So I see Donna, Diana, Pam, Karen, Gail, Linda, Dawn, Judith, Shirley, Diane. Hello, everybody. My goodness, thank you. Thanks for joining me. So if you have questions while we're crafting today, you can type them in. I'm going to do my best to keep an eye on the comments. If I miss it, please repeat your question later. I'll ask for questions again at the end, so that way I can answer any questions you might have. So if you don't see that live button, then you're watching later, maybe on YouTube, maybe on my blog, maybe a Facebook replay. That's great as well. I just won't see your live comments. So hope you are all having a wonderful day. It's 11 a.m. here in California, and it is Friday, October 30th. What happened to October? Anybody have an idea what happened to October? Honestly, it's just, flew by. So let's just chat just a moment about this offering from Stampin' Up. This was something that demonstrators were able to pre-order early, and customers, if you're one of my customers, on Tuesday, November 3rd, you will be able to order this. So let me just run down for you what you are able to order. So there is this really cute stamp set. Here's this. This is sort of all occasion. This will get you through the year. This will also be in the January to June mini catalog. I still personally am calling it the occasions catalog because I've been a Stampin' Up demonstrator for 25 years, and that's what I call it. I mean, that's what it's been called. That's what I'm used to calling it. There is also this set of dies. We are using this die today. So that is the set of dies here. And this will be a bundle available in the occasions catalog. But you can also get this really cool, they're calling it a variety bundle. So it would come with this bundle, the stamp set and the dies, but also look at this really cute Christmas set. So we're using that a bit today. And look at this amazing paper. I had to fan this out for myself just to kind of get my mind around everything that is in here. Look, there are eight patterns. Look how amazing. I love these patterns. I just thought there was like 4, and I kept fanning it out and looking and flipping them over. I'm like, whoa, there's 8. And then it comes in 3 colors. So you have your cherry cobbler, and you have the beautiful shaded spruce. And then I believe this one is Sahara. Yeah, Sahara sand. So all 8 patterns come in all 3 colors. And I can just sort of fan through here, and you can see that all of those papers are in there. Amazing, amazing package of paper. I love these patterns. Really pretty. Don't you love these? I hope you love these. I think they're fabulous. Fabulous. So yeah, that is what comes in the paper pack. But here's what you need to know is that when this goes on sale on, well, becomes available, I should say. It's not really a sale. Sort of is. It's 10% off. When this becomes available at 10% off in this variety bundle on November 3rd, you would probably want to grab this because this set and this paper are not going to be in that new 2021 catalog. So if this is something you want and you want some of that paper, you would really want to place your order on November 3rd or as soon in November as you can, because as you know, once in a while, things do sell out with Stampin' Up. So this information will be on my blog as a heads up again on November 2nd and again on November 3rd. So if you want to see this again and you want to get, grab the numbers, get your order kind of in your mind, write out your wish list, whatever you want to do, it will be on my blog November 2nd and 3rd. And that's pattystamps.com. So that's kind of the rundown of this. And I didn't want you to miss out on the fact that this is basically a limited time offer. You have to really read all the fine print to understand that. And I think that might get overlooked. So I wanted to go over that with you. So let's look again at the cards and let me show you how I made these. Talk about what I used. I had not yet used this cute set called Triangle. And then there are triangle, just grabbing them here. There's a set of stitched triangle dies that will cut out these trees. I had not used either one of these yet. And not that you have to use them together, but they do coordinate together. So I thought, well, I'm going to use this set and I'm going to use this new paper and I'm going to use this die that makes kind of this snowy hill, and I'm just going to combine it all. So that's what I did. And let me just show you. Let's run through it. Let's look at what I did. So my first step was I stamped trees. And I'll show you both kinds here. This one and these two. And I'll show you what I did. For this cute, kind of a squatty triangle tree, I used the two pieces. So this is the green leaf image, and then this one is for the poinsettia flowers. I actually stamped the leaves first, and really, there's no right or wrong. It's whatever you are more comfortable with, but I found that when I stamped the green tree, the green leaves, then, and gosh, I don't want to put my head in the camera, so I'm going to stand up here and look down. I was able to see really easily where the leaves were and where the flowers needed to be. Okay, so super simple. That was not difficult at all. And then, excuse my reach, sorry, got to grab a couple more blocks. Then I had this large tree, and I stamped it on, didn't grab any, hang on, so sorry, I should have had, I used both just jade and I also used mint macaron. I stamped it in both and just simply stamped on the colored paper. So then you can see when I cut them out, I had two different shades. So that's on the mint macaron and that's on the jade. So that was shaded spruce ink on the colored cardstock. And then I cut them out with the triangle, stitched triangle dies. And then this tree, I did that one. A little more ink there. I actually used my foam mat. Oh, but it's okay. It's turning out all right without it. I was afraid maybe it wasn't going to turn out perfect, but it's good. It's all good. So I did my shaded spruce and just jade in that smaller tree. So then, just so you can kind of see, I was able to do them this direction and then flip it just to get the most out of my cardstock. And then that die will, right there, will cut out that tree. And I'm sure you can kind of guess. On the other trees, same basic idea. So this shape of triangle cuts out that tree. And you can see, again, getting the most out of my scraps. And then this larger triangle will die cut that tree. Same thing, right side up and upside down. Just using up extra pieces. I didn't cut into extra cardstock. I just was using up a lot of scraps. So that's how I got all my little die cuts. So there they are. Had a bunch of trees to work with. Because I wanted options, right? When you start creating, you want to have your options, right? So those were my trees on my scraps. Then for the snowy hillside, I had 5.5-inch long scraps. Some of them were about 2.5 inches tall. Some were about 3 inches tall. That's not really important. It'll work kind of either way because I'll show you how I nested these together. So I used this die. And when you use it, you just want to be aware. Do you see how this side has that line? That's actually a cutting line. And then the little dots cut, but it doesn't cut on the second side. So when you lay it down, it's going to cut one curve. So let me show you. If this were the piece and I cut, it cuts the curve with the dots, but then you have this second piece. And so what I did was I just flipped it upside down and I layered it like that on some of the cards, but then I'm going to show you how I also layered with a color. So that gives you two pieces basically. I thought that was dandy. There is also, I was going to mention, if you have this Freeze and Fun bundle, this die is also what I would call a snowy hill. You can use that if you have this one. If you don't have either of those, here's what I did. I just took my paper snips and you can just cut a curve like this. You'll have your two pieces. You can flip them upside down. I didn't take enough time really to cut that nicely, but you get the idea that you can do the same basic idea if you have paper snips and you don't have one of these dies. So there's the idea with that. I saw, excuse me, I'm going to look at the comment. I wasn't sure if this was a question or just a comment that one went by. Let's see. Oh, okay. Joni is saying that maybe there's a little bit of a difference in the catalog image from the stamp set image. I'll have to go look at that. I didn't notice that. Okay, so I have my pre-cut scored cherry cobbler. That's what I made all of these cards on. I used the cherry cobbler. And I just cut my paper, the Christmas Celebrations paper that I was showing you, to 2 inches by 5.5, whole bunch of pieces, all different patterns and these two colors. And then I can decide which one I want up at the top. So you can either do the cherry cobbler up at the top, you can do the Sahara sand up at the top. You could do the green at the top, but as you can see, I kind of liked the green at the bottom. So I'm going to go with the cherry cobbler, the Sahara sand at the top. And since I haven't done this, I'm going to use that pattern. But by cutting these at 2 inches, you would get 3 strips out of each 6 by 6. So that's why I cut it at that dimension. Going to use my Stampin' Seal, and you can actually just run it all the way down, because I'll show you what we're going to do here. We're just going to build our cute little scene. So there's my top layer. And if you see here, see where the fold is? I'm leaving a little bit of the cherry cobbler, and I'm going to do the same at the bottom. I just like to leave my card open, because if you try to fold it, and even if you use your bone folder, it still doesn't really want to lay completely flat. So I just find it easier to work on my cards if I leave them flat and open like that. And then I'm going to use the 2 pieces like this for a snowy hill, and then I'm going to add my green one. So this one is actually going to have several layers, and it's attaching right down here with that seal that I put there. But this is open because I want to be able to tuck trees back there. Then we're going to do another layer of snowy hill like that. And then out of those 2-inch pieces of the Christmas, what is it called? Classic Christmas? Yes, Classic Christmas paper in shaded spruce. I used that same die that I made my snowy hill with, and I just cut a whole bunch of different ones, so you could mix and match and use whatever patterns you'd like. I'm going to put that one down here, leaving that same little about an 1/8 inch border of the cherry cobbler down there. Now we can go back and tuck in a couple glue dots for these pieces that are sticking up, but until I get all my trees in there, I just want to leave that open, okay? So there's no like right or wrong. You can see every one of these is different with how I tucked the trees in there. So you can just put them wherever you'd like. There's no right or wrong. But let's just grab, so let's grab a light one and a dark one of this size. Let's grab, I think I'll do the light of the big one, and then let's grab one of these, and let's just kind of see, let's play. What I think is great is when you're tucking these behind the layers, it really makes that snowy layer stand out. If you put all of them in this front one, then you sort of lose those other layers. Do you see what I mean? So by tucking it behind there, then your eye sort of sees that other curve. I really like that. And then you can put some on top as well. Let's see, do we want one of these back here? I think I want this one in the front. How's that? And then maybe, what do you think? One more maybe. Maybe one way back here, so it'll kind of look like a smaller. Yep, see how it made that, it just sort of popped out that extra layer. I like that. So I play with them like this till I like where they are. And then one by one, I take them out and I just put one little strip of adhesive. It holds it down. And that way I don't have to remember where they all were or how I liked it, because they are all just going in one by one. Like that. I like that. Now I'm going to tuck a little, let's see, maybe I can just do this. There, that worked. You could do a glue dot or you could just do that, and then that's going to hold that part down. And I'm going to put this one back here. And then let's pop this one up. Let's grab some dimensionals. You could cut a triangle out of your foam sheets as well. I've been using those in a lot of my videos. I just love the foam sheets. I'll just do 3 dimensionals. And we'll put that pretty one right here. Then I wanted to show you how I did this. So this greeting, I've used it twice. Now this is how the greeting appears on the stamp, like this. And if you want to use any of these curved greetings in conjunction with these curves, you would want to stamp that before you put on your trees. This one, since I have 3 layers here, I didn't stamp. I think that would have been a little bit too much to stamp on those curvy layers. But this one, since I only had the 1, then I stamped those trees because that curve just matches this die. But back to this. So here is this stamp, and you can see that it's curved. I decided on this one, just stamp it on a stitched rectangle. It doesn't have to be on a curve. But this one, I want to show you this. This is an alternative. So this is a die cut. I believe this is the Ornate Frames dies. Pretty sure that's what this one is. And you can see what I did. I inked part of the stamp. So I did Thinking of You. You could do that with a marker as well. I have to stand up again because I need to look straight down on this. So Thinking of You up at the top. Then, oh sorry, I don't want to reach totally in front of everything. And then clean off your stamp. And then I'm just going to turn it around and I'm going to get the At Christmas. And yes, I know you can use, oops, I just put my finger right on the at. Didn't mean to do that. I was going to clean off anything that was on the U. Yes, I know you can mask and I know you can like use a Post-it note or tape or whatever, but this I think was just about as easy and quick. So there you have that image, but I've put it onto a smaller tag. And then I have some of my favorite foam adhesive. So let's snip that and put that on the back. Peel that off. Do you love this foam adhesive? Oh my gosh, I love this. Love, love, love this. And then just kind of tuck that. Oops. Oh my gosh, look, I've got ink and I just transferred the ink. So that one will get re-stamped and I'll put a clean one right on top of it. But you get the idea. So, I don't know. Oh, I really like that paper in the background. Do you like it? I do. I like that. I like that. So, there we go. Now we have lots of ideas with the trees from Tree Angle and our wavy layers. So again, that was Tree Angle. That is that one. And we used the Curvy Christmas from the Curvy Celebrations. And we used the Classic Christmas. I want to call it like Curvy Christmas or something, but it's Classic Christmas designer paper in the 3 colors. You can see I've used the 3 colors throughout here. And we used our curvy dies, this one. So, what do you think? Oh, I was going to show you this. I also stamped that one on some stitched circles, so I think I'll make some tags out of that. Just put a greeting and punch a hole and put a ribbon. Then you can do your to from on the back. I thought that was cute. Do you like it? I love these. I think these are so super fun. I really hope you enjoyed these ideas today. As I mentioned, November 2nd, you can visit pattystamps.com to get close-up photos and all the supplies needed for these. On November 3rd, is when you will find all of these supplies available for purchase, these new supplies. Right now, if you wanted to get the triangle dies, you could get that now because this is just available now. This is in the holiday catalog. I did pull out, just in case you don't have triangle, an option would be the Perfectly Plaid set. You could use these trees with this punch. That would work totally fabulous on this. You could also use the trees in Merry Moose. You would have to probably just fussy cut that. I would think that would be the best, but you could use that. There's also these trees would work from Snowfront. That would be a possibility. And then in the pines, and these actually have dies, so you could stamp and die cut these trees and do sort of the same idea. This one actually would give you a few more options because you have different sizes happening in this one as well. Yeah, so I just pulled those out to show you in case you didn't have the triangle, or maybe you didn't care for it or whatever. But oh, thank you, Tammy. Tammy says she loves everything. That is so sweet of you. Thank you, Sharon. Oh, so sweet of you. Thanks, everybody. I'm so glad that you enjoyed this. If you have questions, you're welcome to go to pattystamps.com, and I actually have a little contact me there. You can order, you can request a catalog. By the way, I have heard from so many of you this month that you are new to either my blog, to my YouTube channel, to my Facebook page. So I wanted to just say welcome if you're new. Just so happy that you've joined me. Next week, my regular live would have been on Friday, November 6th, but demonstrators actually have an on-stage, online, at home virtual event. So I won't be live next Friday because I'll be participating in our demonstrator event. So no live next week, but the week after you'll see me back live again. So don't think that I've forgotten about you. I'm just attending the online event next week. Don't forget about our designer series paper sale that's going on. It ends on October 31st. So depending on if you're watching this replay, you may have missed that, but just a reminder if you're watching live. And let's see what else. I don't think there's any other reminders that I needed to tell you about, but thank you. I'm glad that you joined me today. Thanks, Joni. Thanks, Lucy. Thank you, everybody. Oh my goodness, I just see that my husband is watching. Hello, husband. I'm just signing off. So if you just joined, I'll see you tonight when you get home, dear. Thanks, Dorothy. Thank you, everybody. I will see you later online in a couple weeks, and hopefully you'll visit me each day for my ideas and tips and inspiration on pattystamps.com, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Bye-bye.